Hello Brigandine fans, this is Double 77 Sugar here, and you are watching my leveling tactics video for every blue monster. Now, to start off here, basically put the Jin Dude in here, and I'm going through with the all the monsters that are pretty much the water monsters and air monsters too. And the Jin Dude here, technically, as far as the game goes, it basically says that he is technically a blue creature. He is a blue creature because of his air attack, so he gets a blue attack, even though it doesn't actually show as a blue, um, circle for his type and ability. Um, so I believe that's what it says in the book. I know I've definitely heard it somewhere before too, but I'm pretty sure it's true. Then the next order of business is basically when you level him up into a Marid, and then he can actually shoot water instead of the air attack that he does. And so what I'm going to go through and discuss as far as leveling tactics go is whether they should be front row, flanker, or back row fighters. And now for basically both the Jins, the regular Jin and the Marid, they're primarily flankers. You could keep in the back row. They wouldn't really do much because you'd have to shoot, air or water through your own monsters or characters, and it can work, but that's kind of risky, and you hurt your own team doing that. Front row, they can get eaten up pretty easily and destroyed, so I wouldn't recommend that. So basically, I recommend both of them being flankers. Now, for the next order of business, you're on to your Merman class. And the basic starting off as a Merman, unless you're in water and have them placed in water, you really want to keep them in the back row to level up, because they are very hard to level up. They die very quickly, very easily, especially since dragons and giants and a lot of other things are kind of their counterpart and can kill them quite quickly. I know in the Grand Edition it's a little bit different. They're actually almost on par with dragons, but in the Land of Forcina version, not quite so. So basically, if you're gonna keep them in your team, keep them in the back row if you don't have any water to use, and if you have some water to use, they can work well as a flanker or a front row, but it's still a bit risky. They do heal up in water, which is a really good thing. So when you move on to your Triton class, at that point, they can be flankers primarily, and if you have water ability, then you can definitely put them right into the front row line. Moving on to Poseidon, definitely they can work in front row very well. They can take all positions at this point. So beyond that, beyond the Merman class, we're going into the Hydra class. The Hydra class primarily can be front row right off the bat. They can flank. They can do a lot of stuff. So they're going to tank just like a dragon can, and they'll be just fine in the front row. The only hard part is trying to move them through grass. It takes a long time to get them up there. So by the time your army gets up to wherever you're going, they may be in the back row. So you need to just move slowly with them to keep them in the front row if you're attacking. If you're defending, just keep them in the front lines, and you should be okay with that. The Tiamat, definitely frontline fighter, one of the best monsters in the game, and pretty much the same stuff as the Hydra. Now moving on to the Lizardmen, they are really, really good flankers, and they're decent front row fighters. That's kind of iffy for some reasons, but if they're in the water, they're excellent front row fighters. They're definitely the best thing for flankers, and that's what I would say about that. When you turn them into lizard guards, as soon as they're a lizard guard, they are definitely a front row fighter. Primarily, almost all the time, they can hold their weight. They can do a lot of stuff and take on dragons. The only thing you're not going to see here is, that some people mentioned before, is the Lizard King. And with this gameplay here, well, sorry, it's not gameplay. It's just some stat. I'm showing some picture of some monsters that I have. But with this here, this is Land of Forcina. So you're not going to see Lizard Kings in here. That's not an optional item that you get when you play Land of Orsina. So the highest you can go is Lizard Guard, but they're still really good, and they get the Poison Breath. In Grand Edition, they do not get Poison Breath. I'm not sure if that is just a Lizard Guard thing, or if you have to turn into Lizard King to get Poison Breath. I'm not sure. I haven't gotten that yet. But once you get to Lizard King, apparently they get React every single time, so they get to attack twice or move twice all the time, and then they're just really, really good fighters. Yeah, that pretty much covers it for this particular class, or this type, which is the blue monster type. And that's pretty much the way you want to play through with these. There's not a whole lot of them, and I'm surprised they didn't have, too much more. Yeah, that's what they have here. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Um, I will have links to more videos at the end of this where you can see all the other colored type monsters and how to level them up as far as strategy goes. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.